You know what I'm saying? I
Brother
did go like,
Shaka,
oh, yeah.
let me say this before I go. You are
Yeah.
one of the most dangerous brothers in our community. Why? Because he has been listening for a long time, and when you say something, he's going to say, "Wait, but you said this on this day. Here's the video."
And he's going to have the
He is one of the
documentation.
most dangerous brothers in our community. And so I'm excited that you're here. I'm excited that Soneta's audience now knows about you. He was talking to me about Shaka. I thought he was talking about Shaka almost for a second. Because Soneta love him some Shaka Ma'at forever. So I'm just honored that now we have a more global. I know Rob Ward was kind of making a joke, but he was also making a comment. The reality is that this internet is going to allow Africans all over the world to connect on our interest, and that is powerful. That is powerful.
Yes.
I'm honored to be on. I promise I will communicate with you. I'm watching your shows ardently, Shaka. So whenever you would like me to come and chat with you privately or publicly, please let me know.
Yeah.
Okay?
Otep Senuhena Senut Ren Shaka Nugu Kemet. I hope you are doing well. The title of this live stream is Anti-Blacks. In the chat, this is the video we're going to be dealing with. Well, basically the comments left on that video. I did not share this live stream, but I'm going to check the sound quality one moment. Sounds good on my end. So you have the link to the video. Let's see it and let's have a look at the comments.
Because of the outreach that it got on social media, it's not something that is comfortable hosting.
What do you mean you're not comfortable? It's a private event.
I understand that, and we reserve the right to cancel it.
So where does it say that you reserve the right to cancel in any of this?
Because we are a public entity, we can cancel any party that we want.
Where does it say that? So you're going to cancel it right before all these kids coming up here is what you're saying. You're canceling. These kids come to swim. Like, what is the problem? We have security coming. We put a whole lot of money into this. You talking about?
You're gonna
no. We have money outside of what we pay for you. We pay for security to come up here. We got the police.
He's here for me.
No. We have other police officers coming.
You're not comfortable. You're not comfortable with what are you uncomfortable?
What are you uncomfortable with?
The outreach.
It seems racist.
What outreach?
It's giving racist.
What makes you uncomfortable?
What makes us uncomfortable about all of us?
If it was a large group of white folks walking up, it wouldn't be a problem.
250 people is what we pay for.
I mean, I know you.
So you heard it. Now let's have a look at the comments. Now you can see there are 2,635 comments. So of course I did not go through all of them. I only got to see a few. And I think that within the few that I will scroll through, you will get the point of this title, which is anti-blacks. Some people are real comfortable. Now, many people have claimed that they bought way more people that they agreed to according to the contract, and this comment here goes in that direction. This person here wrote, "See, you commented without facts. They signed a contract for a certain amount of people and brought double that. See what I'm saying?" As a matter of fact, you will see. Some people say that they even came with 500 people. And the contract apparently was for 150 people. And here, that person wrote, "Where did you find that information?" That wasn't stated in the video, right? And many people also wrote that they brought their own security. Like this person here also, she's saying she got her own security. What does that mean? Who will bring their own security to a birthday party? So apparently it's unheard of to have security for a party, you know. Let's continue. And this person here also wrote, "Who needs to hire security at a pool party?" Definitely two sides to every story. This person wrote, "If she had to pay for extra security and police to come to a kid's party, probably did the right thing canceling it." And here you can see, like I told you, y'all paid for 150 guests. Over 500 showed up. 500 is not the 150 you reserved and paid a deposit on. This person wrote, 500 people did not show up. Stop it. Now here, amazing, it's the first time I see that comment. Well, there's many comments I did not see before. It says, "I was there in the sea of people. It was horrendous. More than 700,000 people arrived." Okay, well, I thought it was 700, but 700,000. We don't need to continue that. Okay, I'm just gonna, scroll through. Now this person here says they put something on social media advertising the party. I don't blame them for stopping this. They deliberately were inviting more people than they had permission to have there. And here another person goes in the same direction with 500. It says the party was maxed out at 250 people, and they couldn't advertise it on social media as per the contract. Over 500 teens showed up in the parking lot after the party was posted on social media, negating the contract. The park was worried about having enough security for that amount of people. Also, they were concerned about safety. Now, this person also Not mentioning 500 people, but say maybe don't show up with twice as many people as you initially indicated. And we heard a woman say that it was for 150 people. So if it's twice, then it's 300, not 500, you know? Now, Donnie Williams is in a place to be. Now, I'm an expert piece, Brother Shaka. Gotta love how people exaggerate in social media. I would say that many people exaggerate on social media, indeed, you know. And so far, we did not see, you know, the straight up anti-black comments, you know what I'm saying? But as I proceed, we will see some, you know, because I've seen quite a fair bit. This person wrote, if you gotta pay for a security at your own party, shouldn't be having it. You know, it's funny because you know you have concerts, right? You have different kind of events where there's security. So apparently, if there's security, then you know we shouldn't be having that event. You know, hey, this person wrote, "You won't let me break the rules and get my own way like a child, so it must be racist." And here another person said that the son posted the party on social media and 500 people showed up. 500. This person wrote, guaranteed they invited 300 of their cousins. F that. I'm scrolling through a few comments. I really want people to hear and see those anti-black comments because there were many, you know. It may take a while because as you've seen, there's 2,600 comments, you know, but I'm confident that we will see a fair bit. Now, another person says, you know, 500 plus, you know, and that person says 250 guest list was agreed to, but if I'm not mistaken, the woman said 150, you know, so. And when I say the woman, of course, I mean, you know, like, let's say the mother, you know. And here you can see someone wrote, if an extra 350 people swarmed my 150 person party. So there's a claim that there was an extra 350, and out of 150, then that would be a, you know, like 500. But here the agreed upon is 500, you know. I'm sorry, I said 500. The agreed upon is 150, just like the woman or quote unquote mother said. There it is. She didn't have enough lifeguards to save every single person from drowning over and over. And here that person says you paid for 250 people, but the mother said 150. But you're bringing 500 teenagers. I don't know where they got these 500 number from. I don't know how they counted that. Another person who said that double the people agreed to were brought, and she said 150. So if it's double, it will be 300, not 500. But anyway. Another person wrote, it went from 150 to 500. There it is. Another comment. Because they didn't want them thugging all over the place. Look at this. 100% believe they would have destroyed the venue with that many people. Happens so often. So often, sorry. So 100% they would have destroyed the venue. JTV is the place to be. How you doing, brother? Look at this. How many people's lives did she just save from being shot to death if the party would have been allowed to move forward? So some people say that basically people would have been, many would have drowned, and this person says that, many people would have been shot to death. I'll be right back. Gonna get something to drink. All right, let's continue. First off, I knew she was lying when she said these kids came here to swim. Just saying. So many would have drowned, many would have been shot to death, and it was a lie when she said that these kids came here to swim. So apparently they came to do something else. Hold on, one moment. All right, sorry about this. Now, look at this. Typical day in America. Business trying to survive and the black community trying to destroy it. Another person said that 500 people came in. And another one. But anyway, I'm just going to focus on those anti-black comments. They don't want their established trashed. Now, probably the person meant they don't want their establishment trashed. So, black people having an event equals the establishment getting trashed. We all know that place would have been torn to crap with 500 of those type of people. She doesn't have enough lifeguards to save you all. And you know, these comments, several people have made similar comments. She said it's 150, that's what we paid for. Let her party in and lock the rest out. Now maybe it's not worded, you know, the way I read it, but anyway. That's a big lie. Those kids came to swim? We know that's not true. Damn, Donnie Williams, look at your comment. Now, V Bennett is in the place to be. JTV wrote, why would you want to spend money at a place where you're not wanted? Turn around, leave them in a cloud of dust, go somewhere else, or better still go home, put the money towards savings. Several people made similar comments, but the thing is that she got to know when she got there. She couldn't have guessed that this would have happened, you know. Several people also say, sue them, sue. It costs money to sue. So Donnie Williams wrote, the police is there for her comment, says it all. But at the end of the day, whatever her motive is, I just get my money back and go where my money is appreciated. Now let's look at the replies to Donnie Williams. Someone wrote, stay up, brother. And then that person wrote, yes, it's normal. She has a cup there. Why she has to tell 500 people she's canceled their party. So we are told 500 people again. Now, who wants a bunch of rude kids with disrespectful parents in their businesses. So, how do we know that the kids were rude and that the parents were disrespectful? Look at this. Tell your people to stop committing crimes and rioting. Unfortunately, the reputation of some black people may make others cautious. You would think black people travel to many countries and enslave populations they came across for a few hundreds of years. Not just a few countries, but different continents. Look at this. Is it sharing properly? Yes, it is. These goons put it out on social media and open it up to everyone. They also hired security because they can't control themselves. They canceled it because they knew this will be a disaster and probably cause property damage, or even try to take the pool home. Bennett wrote, yeah, these kind of people live in a media bubble. Great topic, bro. It's the first time I ever see someone, and even if he may be, sarcastic, but, trying to take a pool home for real. Dang. She don't want them acting crazy and then posting it online, giving the place a bad rep. That's why. This person here wrote, this happened not far from our house, but they were so upset about this party became a big thing on social media and they invited a lot of kids. They were actually climbing over the fence to get into this place. Glad the cop was there, something could have gone down. This person wrote, excuse me, people who refuse to wear swim caps to reduce contamination of water is not racist. So now, apparently, it's over swim caps. Bennett wrote, at the end of the day, they have to explain what they did was standard procedure. It's not the same expedition. I'm sorry, it's not the same expectation for everyone when they gonna lose a civil suit. Norma X wrote, last time I checked, it was Europeans who hold the world record in violence/wars for the last 20 years. If any community should be shunned, it's theirs. She didn't want their venue destroyed. This person wrote, congratulations, the whole entire planet does not care. There has clearly been serious issues with large groups of these people in the community at one place. Oh, I think I read that comment. Yes, I think I read it. So this is not somebody, you know, making anti-black statements, but giving some info about the situation. So it may be a little bit small, but you know, information. The Summit Waves Water Park's excuse for canceling their reservation was that the birthday boys, two brothers, had made a social media video about their birthday at this water park. The female employee claims that 500 people showed, but that was untrue. But the party was a private event set for 250 people. Apparently, staff had a hard time telling between the people coming for the party and people leaving the water park for the day. So there was a large crowd at the entrance. Also, once this party hit their maximum number of party guests, no one else supposed to be let in. They rented the park for only 2 hours, 7:30 p.m. to 9:30 p.m. And according to the possible lawsuit the family filed back in 2022, the police that the employee had called did not agree with the employee's statements. The most the park would tell the families that they were uncomfortable with the gathering. Not only that, but what you don't see is that the employees later on make some posts, say some very inappropriate and insensitive things that are stated in articles, and even went on to make their own social media posts about this incident. Then the investigation into the incident, it learned that Summit Waves staff failed to arrange required security for the party. Then on Sunday, the Parks Department said it learned a Summit Waves lifeguard made a disturbing social media post. Lee's Summit Parks and Recreation said its administrator contacted the family and apologized for the incident on Saturday, as well as the social media post. The department said it has given the family a refund, and the family's attorney said they've also been offered a free party. Hope this helped if you were curious. One thing that surprised me, out of the 2,600 comments, though of course I did not see half of them, I did not see the majority of them, but I saw a fair bit. I don't recall seeing a link to an article. Many claims are made, and you know, articles, you know, as long as it's a quote unquote reputable website, then I guess, you know, we have more insight that we can rely on. Look at this. All those boons are going to make the water turn brown. I think it's the first time that I see this lingo, boons. So I'm wondering if it's a short for baboons. But anyway. Now, this is the same person who made some disturbing statement. Well, it's basically the same profile picture. That person wrote, keeping water clean ain't cheap. Let me check the comments. Bennett wrote, since they didn't contact them in advance, they denied them the possibility to book another place in time. Many people have wrote that indeed they could have and should have warned the family before they turned up, you know, because if there was a contract, then obviously they had their contact details. Now, that's interesting because this person here says that she said they paid for 250 people, not 150 people. And indeed, we have the subtitles. And a lot of time when you have the subtitles and the sound quality is not great, you tend to rely more on the subtitles rather than what is actually being said. Now, so then that will confirm people claiming that twice the amount were brought. I wonder how they managed to count 500 people. person wrote, I don't see 500 black kids at all. A person here wrote, they will ruin their pool experience. Just watch. This person wrote, where is the information about 500 people coming from? There's nowhere near 500 people with a woman. That person wrote, I'd cancel it too. I bet they were going to mob that place. This person wrote, they saved the pool. This pool would have been destroyed. You can imagine when people look for work, when they look for employment, if you have these kind of comments over people who wanted to spend time at the pool, imagine if it's time to hire people. Dang. Look at this comment here. Makes sense. I know because I was raised around these type of people. Party for 150, they advertise, hype it up, sorry. Bro, put up. We got a party 200 plus show up. Nah, looks like a zoo. No respect for the rules. Looks like a zoo. Basically, looks like animals. According to that person, of course. Bennett wrote, the 500 people comes from MAGA supporters. That's how they get down. Nama X wrote, our enemy are the bigger issue, but we can't forget that our community will have families lined up to pay to go into that anti-black establishment the following day. I'm not sure about that, you know. This person wrote, is it against the law to be racist? Asking for a friend. taking a little while now because once again there are 2,600 comments, and obviously I only came through a few. Laughing my effing behind off. I'm sure they posted they were gonna be drinking and smoking at the pool. Smoking at the pool. Make that make sense. That person wrote, they don't know how to behave. It's just being real. Put a bunch of black kids together and everyone knows exactly what would happen. Perhaps eternal bad behavior day after day has something to do with it. Just a guess. Just a guess. Eternal bad behavior. Man. Why would they want them? I'm surprised none of them started shouting that they couldn't breathe. And then there's laughing emojis. How many are you really? Are you going to swim though? Because of your culture. Potential gun fest. Dang. This person wrote animals. Check the comments. JTV wrote, that's right. Nama, we pay for them to abuse us, not me. They starve, not 1 cent I give them. What's so great? They offering leave them. We our own thing, weak behavior. V. Bennett wrote, the thing about the internet is you can't take these profiles at face value. Many trolls and folks playing identity switch. Now, when I'm live, I require that people use a webcam because I want to deal with identified people. I don't trust anonymous and unidentified people. And I agree there are many trolls. However, many people who are anonymous online say what they believe, say what they think, you see. A lot of people will actually say things that they will not necessarily state publicly or in any way should they be identified, you see. So yes, there may be a considerable amount of trolls, but I think that out of the anti-black comments, there is at least a reasonable quantity to consider. JTV wrote, they don't have to explain. You're not allowed in, leave what you're going to do. Yeah, but you know, JTV, imagine if you schedule an event for your children, right? And you get at the place, right? If you're told no, maybe you will just leave immediately. But I'm sure I would have, have some exchange, because what we've seen from the video is that there was no clear reason given. The lady talked about the outreach and feeling uncomfortable. JTV wrote, we must have our own establishment and then we can control who comes in. Well, the sad thing is that, many black people are in business and they're not supported by black people. JTV wrote, that's why you never should block comments or people. You gain information and evidence. Well, sometimes I'm live and people can see that, I block some people because, but that video is viral. It has now 100,000 views, so it would have taken me too much time to block, some comments that I just don't agree with. I basically have the YouTube app. So on the app, you get to see the comments real quick. I'm not even scrolling the way I am right now. Right now, this is the desktop version of YouTube. You see, I'm using my computer, but all those comments that I scrolled through, it was, on the app. This person said she avoided a whole lot of problems by canceling that event. Oh, I cannot continue to go down. I don't think I went through 2,600 comments, 2,600 comments. What it is, what it is. If I go back at the top, you will see. See? 2,635 comments. Now, one thing I can do, you see, like it says 5 days ago, 3 days ago, and so on. Now, if I do sort by newest first, then you can see those are a few hours old, This person wrote, yeah, it's a fact that large group of white folks are rarely ever a problem and don't need effing security. And don't need effing security. I'm from Ontario, Canada, and even here a large group of black people is often a complete show. There is violence and requires enforcement. Telling it like it is, speaking of a reality is not racist. It's the friggin' truth. Those people on the video know that since they hire security and police sick. Okay. So all the events where there's security and police, and we're supposed to conclude that the people who go to these events or the people who organize these events, but let's say the people who go to these events, they're just up to no good. You know what I'm saying? JTV will drop link, please. Well, I like to prioritize. The panel, so here's the link. But I know that I've seen that comment earlier. So, well, for whatever reason, we don't. I thought I would be able to scroll through, more comments, but when I reached the bottom earlier, I'm sure I did not scroll through 2,600 comments, but it is what it is. Let's see if JTV gets on the panel, and then we can call it a day. But I honestly seen so many comments talking about, oh yeah, they would have drawn not enough people, not enough lifeguards, and so many anti-black comments. I mean, we've seen a few, but really, we've seen way less that I have seen. You know what I'm saying? Okay, maybe JTV, is busy right now. So I actually went to the swimming pool with my son and my daughter. It was great. We spent a few hours over there, and I'm honestly tired. But I don't work tomorrow, so stay safe, stay healthy. If I'm allowed to by the nature, I will definitely holler back at you. I don't argue, I state fast. If you're not part of the solution, you're part of the problem. If you do not think right, you will not act right. If you know better, you will do better. Do I to do Cheru Hotel.
Now, for the record, for those who don't know, I'm giving Medu Nature classes. And here, that's the flyer. Okay? So, those who are interested, feel free to holler at me. If you're not interested, it's cool. But I recommend that everybody who has not yet seen the video, Kemet and Ma'at, Before Judaism, Christianity, and Islam, then watch it. It has about 300,000 views and really deserves to have a lot more.
I just want to let everyone know who's listening in now and who's going to listen to this stream in the future. I just had my first Meta Nature class by Brother Shaka today, and I've had other Meta Nature lessons by other teachers, and I can tell you right now, the brother is the best in the game. He is that was one of the best classes I've ever had ever. So if you're interested in learning the Meta Nature, if you're interested in getting the basics of it, Brother Shaka is an awesome teacher. Get with him, and it's extremely affordable. This brother is giving us his time and his skills, and he's basically giving it away. I mean, I just consider it a donation. You know what I'm saying? So if anybody is interested in learning the Meta Nature, get with this brother right here. He's an awesome, awesome, awesome teacher. And I'll end with that.
Hotep Senu, Hena Senut. This is Julie, also known as Servant of Yah, and I'm currently taking the Medu Neture classes with Brother Shaka, and it has been an amazing experience. Only 2 lessons so far, and I feel like I've been taking the classes for months, just with the how in depth he goes into the vocabulary words, the construction of the language, the grammar. It's been immeasurable, the experience. And one thing that comes across, hands down, is his extreme passion for teaching this to anyone who is willing to learn and has an interest in learning. So I highly suggest, if you are interested, even a minimal interest, that you subscribe to the classes with Brother Shaka. It's such a nominal amount for how much you get. I know, like, our last class was over 2.5 hours. It felt like 2 minutes, but because that's how involved you are in what he's teaching and how he teaches and how compassionate he is about what he teaches. Also with sharing materials free of charge, no question, no doubt. It's just what he does. He doesn't have to, but he does. And so I just wanted to give a short testimonial about the class and the effectiveness of the class. And all of that is attested to how studied Brother Shaka is. So I highly recommend anyone with a minimal interest that you do sign up for the Medu Neter class. Hotep.
Don't forget to subscribe to my channel, which is Ma'at Forever. Don't forget to watch the video entitled Kemet and Ma'at. Don't forget to share Kemet and Ma'at on my channel on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, WhatsApp, or other social media that you use. Email, text messages, you name it. Those who wish to donate can do so on paypal.me/Ma'at Forever.